Okay, this is your parts box. Has your instruction inside. Hopefully I won't be needing to use that. These are your sliders. These are your angle sliders, UMHW material. We're going to prop open the locks with these sliders so that we're able to put them over the post without the locks catching into the catch holes. So what we're doing, you'll see I've laid the post down. Locks are closest to the floor. The notches cut out on the post are on the closest to the floor. Our locks are also close to the floor. And then we're going to slide our post onto, our cross arm is going to go onto the post. Once you get it on to that point, now it's a good idea to go ahead and put your angle sliders in so you don't scratch the post up going the rest of the way down to the locks. So we have our angle sliders that fit between the post and the slider bucket. This keeps it so you're not metal to metal. And all we're doing is going to put in the two angles so that it doesn't scratch when we slide it down. Hold on. Now, it's important here, you want to set this on the 6th lock from the bottom. So you have these cutouts here. So we're going to set that on the 6th one. Go that side over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull out a lock. Set it down on there. With two guys now, we'll pick this up. Bend your legs. And you have an H formed with your locks. Locks are setting, engaged into the cutouts, just like what we said. Now we're going to put on the rest of our angle sliders into our cross arm. Now you'll notice we have one of them on each post is going to have a cutout. And what that cutout is for is so that it misses the lock. So when this is sliding on here, here's my lock, it has to be cut out so that the lock can insert in to that hole. So it's important that your cutouts, wherever the lock is on the cross arm, that one's going to go into that side. We have our H formed with our crossbar and two posts. An H formed with a crossbar and two posts, setting on the 6th lock from the bottom. And now we're ready to take off our packing bolts here on the end of this crate. This will raise up and we're going to set the lip up on the crossbar on both ends. This is where you'll need to have a cherry picker or the material handling lift to let it do the lifting for you. If you don't have that, you can have a guy on each side, undo the package bolt, pick it up, and actually set it up there yourself. Okay, oh, that's good. Now we're ready to unpack the package bolts. You might have to adjust your strap so that the track is balanced when you go to pick it up. But once you do, you just raise it up. We'll go your way. Pull it your way. Okay. We've set one end on, and now we're going to scoot this one over underneath of it. We have the power track now set on the cross arms, and now what we're going to do is line up our bolt holes to put our bolt through the cross arm into the track. In your bolt box, you have your 3/4 inch bolts that are going to attach the cross arm to the track. And what you've got is the 3/4 inch bolt. You have a flat washer that will go on first. And then it will, this is what's called the ramp clip. The bolt goes in from the outside with the flat washer showing, just like this. They go into the holes here on the side of the cross arm. And what you'll do now is line up your track so that these slide all the way through and into, it goes through the cross arm and through the track. And then we're going to take a lock nut, a lock washer, and a nut to put on the back side. And at this point, you just want to finger tight them. Just get them finger tight, and then we'll tighten them all up here in a minute. Now we'll do the same thing to this side over here. Once you get those finger tight, now you want to take from the outside of the lift and pull the track over as far as you can to the outside of the lift on both corners. So now we've got our power track attached to the cross arm, and we're going to take the bottom track here, the non-power track, and it's on the bottom, so we need to rotate it over, turn it so that the flat side is up, and then we'll pick it up and put it on top of the crossbars just like this track. So here's how we do this. On a nice painted floor, you might want to take the plywood boards that we have to protect the bottom of the tracks, lay them down so that these rails don't hit and scar up your floor. So we put them right underneath of the package frame on both ends. And then you'll want to take your material handling lift, slide it underneath of it again. Slide that out a little bit. Once again, you got to kind of find the middle of your strap with the track. Doesn't take much. One more time. Okay, so we're going to raise this up. And then we're going to rotate this track in the sling of the strap, because we have our rails here that have to be on the inside just like this one. So we'll just actually rotate this around and we'll be in good shape. Okay, I'm going to raise it up just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. I'll set it down. Lean it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take the end crates off of this one like we did the other one. Once again, it's a 3/4 deep and a 3/4 open socket. Got it detached from our packing crate. And so now we're going to raise this lift up above the cross arms at an angle. Take me that way, Lane. And set her down onto the cross arm. And now we're going to put on our ramp clips just like we did this time with the 2 3/4 inch bolts with the flat washer on first. Insert them into the hole. And then I just pull the track over till it lines up. Till my holes line up and I know I'm in. Now we're going to do the lock washer and a nut to put on the inside. And this will attach your track to the cross arm. And just like I did on the power track, you'll want to pull this to the outside as far as you can so we have the most width between the two tracks before we tighten them up. Got it? Now at this point, we're ready to take off our strap. They're setting onto the lift, and our lift is taking shape.